Welcome, YouTube fans, to Double Down with Double A with a very special guest, somebody that, I hardly ever have a chance to share the spotlight with. Want to introduce yourself?
I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams, and to steal a catchphrase from Alberto Del Rio, you already knew that.
But anyways,
I think they forget who you are more often than not, because, ever since August when your show debuted, you've put up like an episode a month, at
best.
Yeah.
Well,
so
But anyways, this is episode number 9. We're coming to you live via SD card, not necessarily Memorex, because there's no tape in the camera. But we're forgot my last week's show. I forgot to give a quick plug to Long Beach Clothing. Because last week, yeah.
Oh, those guys that we have like embedded on our arms now.
Yeah, now and forevermore, whenever we go to buy stuff at Long Beach Clothing, we get 20% off on 20%.
That's on top of the already established Casa D18 Studios discount.
Yeah, good point.
Which we can't tell them what that is, but
Yeah,
because that's on the DL.
Yeah, but the LB is a
yes,
worldwide discount. If you have a Long Beach discount or Long Beach tattoo, you're
that's
good.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff Meacham, for once again photobombing, if you will, our video.
But anyways,
Fat man gotta speak.
We're talking about our top 10 video games of all time.
That is right.
Actually, and I got quite a few honorable mentions in here because I just gotta mention them. I mean, because they're just cool.
I didn't put any honorable mentions. I will admit it was kind of difficult to narrow my 10 down, but I was able to manage without any honorable mentions.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you a fair warning. A lot of these are old school that because I'm old.
Yes, he's prehistoric.
And
he had Moses on caller ID.
What are you talking about? He was my godfather.
All right.
Oh,
Moses.
Oh, by the way, I think by the time this one airs, it'll be my birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
I do believe you are right, sir. Your birthday will be in 2 days.
Oh, okay. So you guys.
So happy early birthday.
Yeah. So leave nice comments this time. Number 10 on my list. I'm working my way down, of course. Is Pole Position.
Okay.
For those of you that remember that game, prepare to qualify. Doot, doot, doot. And you got the little Atari joystick on. And the
Pole Position was the business.
Oh yeah, the explosions were cheese-tastic, but they were awesome. And number 9 on here, going back to the old Atari thing, this is when Mario had to save the princess from Donkey Kong. I don't know if any of y'all remember that one, but you had to, you're jumping over barrels and you're smacking them, and you get to the top,
grabbing the little hammer, and it's like,
look,
it's like Baby Dinosaur with his frying pan. Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama.
Damn, we were thinking the same damn thing. Number 8. I mean, this one is I'm sure it could be approved by anybody. I mean, if you're an 80s child, you know this game. It was Pac-Man. You go around, you've got to finish the maze. You eat those you eat the big pack pellets, and you chomp on the monsters. And their little eyeballs were like, whoa! Crazy ass game. You could play for hours on end, never get tired of it. Matter of fact, there's this place in Lakewood. Or actually, it's Bellflower. It's on Lakewood Boulevard. It's called Club New Wave. It is completely 80s themed, and they have that game where you can just play for hours on end, and you can play it for free.
Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that for my 40th birthday, which is in a couple of years. A
lot sooner than anyone else is in this house.
Shut up. And number 7, I'm actually going a little bit. I'm not necessarily in the 80s yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Legend of Zelda.
Zelda was the 80s. You mean you're out of the 80s? Not quite getting out of the 80s?
I said I'm not quite in the 90s yet, but I'm getting there. But
you said 80s. It's okay.
But yeah, that one I played. I've beaten that game so many times, and only when I haven't beaten the second quest, but the first quest I beat countless amount of times. I also figured out a way to skip the wooden sword and go straight to the white sword.
Nice. Okay.
Then that where you have to pretty much get the bombs and where you could like hit the secret compartments and get all 5 hearts. Then you can unlock the white sword.
Cool.
Number 6 on there is any of the Street Fighter games. And I'm sure this one will probably be Statboy approved because there was a certain guy that alter ego of his called the LB Kid where he had that in his moveset. Hadouken! DDT.
Yep. I don't know about any of them from the Street Fighter set. I was always more partial to Street Fighter 2, personally. But, Okay.
And number 5, actually I put anything, but actually I could go anywhere to like Mortal 3.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat,
Okay.
Get over here! Scorpion, Sub-Zero, finish him,
Yeah.
Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Actually,
Flawless victory.
Actually, the latest one that I played where you do the finish him, you can make yourself commit suicide where that person won't kill you.
Interesting.
They call it the Hyrokiri victory. Number 4, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Okay.
I played that one for hours on end. I don't think I ever beaten it, but I used to enjoy playing that one when I was
Mario 3 was the business.
When I was in high school. And number 3. Notice Super Mario Brothers 2 isn't in there because personally I think that sucked. But Super Mario Brothers 1.
Okay.
That one was the business. I could play. Anytime I get an opportunity to play it, I'll play it. Matter of fact, I used to have that little makeshift game thing that you can buy at the mall for like $20, plug it into your television. I used to play that one I still play that one whenever I get the chance. Number 2 is Tetris. Whether you play it on your cell phone, your computer, your Nintendo set, Game Boy, whatever. I can play that, I could play that until my eyeballs are getting ready to fall out.
Okay. And your number 1, your coup de grace.
My coup de grace of all games that I love to play. Drum roll, please. Anything from the Grand Theft Auto series.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Anytime I'm having a bad day, anytime I want to just smack somebody around, anytime I want to kill somebody or run somebody over, I could do it and do it legally by playing that game.
Okay, fair enough.
You shoot people, you can run them over, you can beat them up, steal their money, do it for hours on end.
Yeah, I don't condone any of the behavior in GTA, but I do think it's kind of funny when you can jump into a car with a hooker, screw her to get your health back, and then beat her up and take the money back that you paid her for the sex in the first place. That's just kind of amusing to me. Only in video games, though.
Quite a few honorable mentions. I'm not gonna explain them. They're just in there just because I couldn't, really narrow it down to just 10. But any of the Madden games, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Resident Evil, Crash Bandicoot, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Tecmo Bowl, First Down, hut, 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 hut. Any of the NBA Live games, and Duck Hunt.
Alright. Pretty good list that you got there.
Thank you, sir.
And I am going to start off my list at number 10 with one of your honorable mentions.
Oh, okay.
Duck Hunt. Loved that game when it first came out. Every now and again I'll find myself buying an original Nintendo set and making sure that I get the Mario Duck Hunt double game so that I can play it. One thing that always pissed me off about that game though was the damn dog. It's like, You miss, and he just starts clowning on you. I just would always
want
take
to
the
shoot-
gun and try and shoot the dog.
You too?
Again, I don't condone animal violence, but you get so frustrated that you missed shooting the bird
You want to
or
shoot
the
that-
clay pigeon, that you just want to start busting caps in the dog. Number 9, Paperboy.
Oh my God! I forgot about that one.
Paperboy, again, one of those games that whenever I end up with an OG Nintendo system, always got to make sure I have Paperboy. Paperboy is hashtag the business. Number 8, Ninja Gaiden. I'm getting, sound effects of commendation over here from Statboy. He knows what I'm talking about. Ninja Gaiden was just this epic ninja fighting game for the regular Nintendo, which most of my games are for the original Nintendo because, like you, I'm an old soul. Yeah, the graphics and some of the gameplay are better in the more modern day games, but you just can't beat the classics sometimes when it comes to gaming. Number 7, Bubble Bobble.
Oh wow! I forgot about that one.
Bubble Bobble was the business for me. Number 6, Up, Up, Down, Down, Left, Right, B, A, Start. Contra.
Contra. Yeah.
And you have to use that code so that you can get your unlimited lives because that game was hard to beat off of just like the regular lives and everything that they did.
That game was freaking crazy. I don't think I ever got past the second board.
It was just insane. The Konami code, I believe, works on every Konami game. Number 5, I believe the newest game to make my list, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
You can have like Wolverine versus Riot.
Wow.
Gambit versus Ken.
Now I remember that game, yes.
My team was Spider-Man and Wolverine. Because I'd use Spider-Man to throw the web and wrap them up, then I'd tag in Wolverine and he'd go in there and just start slicing people up.
Ooh, you're just evil, dude.
Darn tootin'. Speaking of evil, number 4, Mortal Kombat. The original. Why the original? Because it's the only one I could do fatalities on. And it had to be the Sega Genesis version. It's the only version I could actually get the fatalities down on. Start up, Scorpion. Just rip off the mask. Fire turns into dust, baby.
Yeah,
Scorpion was my boy. Scorpion was my boy. Number 3, going back to the OG Nintendo, and a game that very few people probably will remember, Town and Country Surf Designs, Wood and Water Rage, baby.
Is that with the ape or gorilla or whatever?
Yes.
Oh my God. You do the skateboarding?
Yes, you do a skateboarding track, you surf, do all kinds of those old
Holy cow, I forgot about that.
That's how I roll, baby. That's how I roll.
I gotta give you props on that one, man.
That was my game. Number 2, the only computer game to make my list.
Uh-oh.
Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego? I remember playing that on Apple or something like that.
That's a computer.
We had that game. That is how I learned a lot about history and foreign countries. Big up to Lynn Thigpen, who used to be the chief on the TV show. And now my daughter knows her as Luna from Bear in the Big Blue House.
Same chick?
Same
Yeah.
chick.
Nice.
She originally got her start, and here's a dated reference that I think only Aaron may know. She was the DJ in the Warriors.
All right, big boppers.
Warriors.
Come out to play.
And my numero uno choice, Super Mario Brothers 3.
All right.
The raccoon suit.
And it makes number 1 on my list for a couple reasons. 1, arguably the greatest Mario role-playing game ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, it was the featured video game in The Wizard.
It was?
It was.
That's what everything built up to. When they finally got to Universal Studios to enter the video game competition, and Fred Savage's little brother was on the stage to win it all, he had to score in Super Mario Brothers 3.
See, I have to actually
And
watch
that was
movie.
the first time the masses had ever seen the game, because it hadn't yet debuted.
I have to actually watch the movie. I never seen it because I thought it was going to be lame when I saw the trailer for it. You know, because he had the power glove, and he's like, "What is that, dude?" He's like, "It's called a power glove." Yeah, just keep your power glove off of her, and he points to his girlfriend or something like that. I was just like, this is going to be stupid, so I'm not going to watch it.
Get out of the show.
It's my
You
show.
have never seen The Wizard?
No.
Oh Lord, here we
You're
go.
kicking me. You're kicking me off of my
Bo
show.
Bridges, Christian Slater, and Fred Savage. Need I say more? Plus Nintendo video games, plus a bomb-ass 80s soundtrack.
50,000? You scored 50,000 on Double Dragon?
See, I knew Statboy would get it because he's a video nerd.
So is
The
Renegade.
Wizard was the business. I saw that at the Los Altos Drive-In, where now Kmart is. That puts in perspective for you over there off of Bellflower and Stearns. Or not Stearns, but Spring.
I know the area. I did not know there was a drive-in that used to sit there, but you know.
Yes. Way before Lowe's and Kmart and KFC and Worthington Ford got expanded, that was a drive-in theater. That is where I saw The Wizard, and even though it has nothing to do with this countdown, that's where I saw Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Very interested.
So, that is my top 10 list.
Actually, there's one I forgot to mention from Nintendo that I used to enjoy playing a lot, and that was Hogan's Alley. That was another good one. Yeah. Well, anyways, leave your comments right here in the comment box, somewhere down there or whatever.
Make video responses.
Video responses.
We've been trying to persuade people to do that. Make a video response telling us your top 10 video games of all time.
Find
Find out how hard it is to sit in front of one of these cameras and talk to nobody.
Trust me, it's not easy. It's not as easy as it looks.
Even with the peanut gallery in the studio that technically is watching us, it's not that easy.
Leave your comments, your video responses, whatever. I am Double A.
I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams.
And we are signing off.
Good night. Have a pleasant tomorrow.